Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we have ourselves a very interesting situation brought to us by this mysterious image that appeared online for Dragons Rising Season 3, detailing a few specific plot points that we will see in Season 3. Now, I do have them blurred at the moment. We will get into them here momentarily. But first, for a couple of disclaimers, nobody really knows where this image came from, so I would say take this with a grain of salt. This has a lot of potential to be real, as I will discuss in today's video even further. It also has a lot of potential to not be real. Like I said, nobody really knows where this picture came from, so take it with a grain of salt. Also, the descriptions present on this image do give away a lot of plot details for Dragons Rising Season 3, some of which I would say is a little bit spoilery. A lot of it is pretty much what we expected, but still, if you would like to go into Dragons Rising Season 3 completely spoiler-free, maybe check out a different video on the channel here. Maybe don't watch this one. Now, the image itself does have a few descriptions for a few specific characters, more specifically Arin, Sora, Lloyd, Kai, and Zane. Let's start first by taking a look at Arin's description. Again, just talking about them very casually here. So Arin's reads as follows: Arin is a young ninja with great talent, but his journey takes a turn after Ras reveals unsettling truths about the world and the ninja side. Despite the techniques Ras taught him, Arin still did not fully trust Ras. Along the way, Arin finds a familiar face, an unexpected ally, who faced a similar situation in the past, and helps him navigate this uncertainty. Even though doubts are still clouding his mind, his loyalty to his friends and the desire to protect them keeps him moving forward. Yeah, so quite a lot to talk about here. Obviously, this does go into what we saw at the end of Season 2, with Lord Ras revealing to Arin that Master Wu caused the merge somehow. Obviously, that caused a rift between Arin and the rest of the ninja, but it does sound like Arin still has some judgment towards Lord Ras. He's still not fully sure if he can trust him going into Season 3, which I think is very smart considering the entire history between Arin and Lord Ras. It would be rather strange if Arin just blindly trusted him right away. However, the big thing here is the whole aspect of this description that mentions a familiar face or an unexpected ally who faced a similar situation in the past that will help Arin navigate through his clouded judgment. I, for one, think that is very obviously going to be Moro, since we did see Moro again go through a similar arc before. Moro's whole motivation for becoming a villain was that he was seemingly betrayed by his master, which again is very similar to what happened between Arin and Lloyd. Arin feels like Lloyd wasn't fully helping him. Arin feels like Lloyd betrayed him. Arin and Moro are very similar, and with Moro very likely to appear in Season 3, I think it would make sense for Moro to take Arin under his wing, so to speak, and pretty much guide him down this path. A lot of Ninjago fans have been talking about that for a while, the idea of Moro not necessarily redeeming Arin, but maybe having him go down the correct path and not have him end up like Moro himself. I think that would make a lot of sense, and if this description is to be believed, it seems like that will happen in Season 3. Next, let's talk about Sora's description, which isn't really that exciting, but still a little bit to talk about here. A brilliant inventor and a loyal warrior, Sora continues to think about her past and the mixed emotions she feels towards her family. Still blaming herself for losing Arin, she is determined to make things right. As new threats arise, Sora not only focused on her inventions, but is also driven to master Spinjitzu. She knows that by perfecting this powerful skill, she can protect those she loves and finally find the strength to move forward. So yeah, like I said, Sora's description really isn't all that exciting. It seems like she is still trying to perfect Spinjitzu. We kind of assumed that following what we saw in Season 2, and that she still blames herself for losing Arin, which, again, we saw in Season 2. I will say she is focusing on her inventions more, it seems. I have a feeling that we will see a lot of her tech power hard at work during Dragon's Rising Season 3. Moving on to Lloyd, we have a little bit to talk about here. As the new master, Lloyd is a leader and protector. While searching for Arin, he uncovers a clue about his missing master Wu, but a dark vision of the future haunts him once again, and a familiar presence tied to his past resurfaces, reminding him that some connections can never be lost. As new threats rise, Lloyd must trust his instincts more than ever. Okay, so first of all, Lloyd finds a clue about the missing Master Wu. I wonder what that clue will be. Maybe a clue as to where he is, or whether or not Master Wu is alive following the merge, because that is still a mystery right now that Dragon's Rising has not answered. So I'm curious to see what that's all about. I'm also curious to see what vision he has about the future. We still have not yet seen the resolution to the vision that Lloyd had in Season 2 of Sora being hurt by falling rocks. Maybe that's what's haunting Lloyd. Maybe he's worried about losing another one of his students since Arin is now just off with Lord Ras. Maybe he's worried about protecting the students that he still has. I also have no idea what exactly this familiar presence that resurfaces will be. My first thought was maybe Moro, because again, Moro will very much be in Season 3 given everything that we've seen and heard so far, but what if it's Garmadon? I mean, we just got the confirmation from Doc Wyatt, one of Ninjago's head writers, that Christopherne will be mentioned in Dragon's Rising Season 3. What if this means that Garmadon will resurface and talk to Lloyd? Maybe Garmadon will be that spiritual guidance that Lloyd needs, with Master Wu seemingly gone. I wonder what exactly will happen with this. It seems like Lloyd will also have some past connections resurface, so I'm curious to see if that ends up being Moro, Garmadon, or someone else entirely. I might explore those possibilities more in a future video. Stay tuned for that. Next, let's talk about Kai's description. It reads, "The passionate fire ninja, Kai is always ready to protect his friends and family. With Nia heartbroken over Jay's disappearance, Kai takes it upon himself to help her search for him, while also guiding the new ninja Wildfire in controlling her heat powers to reach her true potential. Despite the challenges, Kai remains determined to keep fighting, but new dangers lie ahead as the team faces threats that will test their bonds like never before." Yeah, so I think the big thing here is obviously Kai helping Nia look for Jay. We've talked about that in previous videos too. That was very obvious based on the ending of Season 2, but also apparently Wildfire is trying to unlock her true potential, which I guess she hasn't really done yet. We saw Sora unlock her true potential at the end of Dragon's Rising Season 1, but yeah, I guess Wildfire just hasn't unlocked it yet. I kind of assumed that she might have just earlier, just given her heat power and how advanced it seems, but maybe she hasn't unlocked it yet, so maybe we can see that in Season 3. I also wonder what it means when it says that new dangers lie ahead that will test the ninja team's bonds. I wonder what that means. Maybe they are split regarding what to do about Jay. Some ninja want to let him go, other ninja want to go after him. We kind of saw a little bit of that in Season 2, with Lloyd wanting to stay in the tournament, but Nia wanting to go after Jay. Maybe that will expand into something greater in Season 3. And finally, we have Zane's description, which is also rather interesting. Zane is a calm and duty-driven ninja, always guided by logic. While searching for Arin through the First Land, he manages to free his old friend Pixel, uncovering shocking new information. As the mystery of the Forbidden Five unravels, Zane realizes that he alone holds the key to stopping their destructive plans and preventing chaos from consuming the world. Okay, so first of all, it seems like the ninja will be exploring the First Realm. I think that's what they mean by First Land, which means to me that that is where Arin and Lord Ras ended up following Season 2. We kind of guessed that already, but it's nice to get the confirmation, I guess. But also, apparently, Zane will be freeing Pixel in the first realm. So maybe that's where she ended up following the merge. We see in the teaser that Zane is activating one of those pods that he was in beneath Imperium. Maybe that pod ended up in the first realm for some reason, and apparently Zane will find out a shocking new bit of information. I do wonder what that means. Maybe we will finally find out about his past, what happened to him after the merge, and how he ended up in Imperium, but only time will tell. I also think that the idea of Zane alone holding the key to stopping the Forbidden Five is going to be a very big plot point in Season 3. Zane does have a few new forms this season, and we do know that Season 3, while not necessarily being a Zane-focused season, will give Zane a bigger role and more to do. So it seems like, all things considered, he's going to be the ninja's best bet to stopping the Forbidden Five. I do wonder what exactly that means and what Zane holds that will have him be such a strong contender to saving Ninjago from the Forbidden Five. But overall, that's going to pretty much do it for this image and everything that it talks about. A lot of new information here. Again, if this does turn out to be real, I think a lot of this does sound promising, and it does line up with a lot of what we already know about Season 3. So I'd be willing to bet that a lot of this does sound legit, but ultimately, like I said, this is still just one giant rumor mill, so take it as such. This is definitely not guaranteed. However, I do find a lot of this to be very likely. So in the meantime, leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments surrounding what exactly you think about everything that we talked about in today's video. What do you think about this image? Do you think it's real or not? And if so, what are you looking forward to seeing in Season 3 of Dragons Rising? Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.